wave babes. So, new and coming to you, blue. Yes, it's blue. By trial and error. It's a deep blue. It's called sapphire blue. And ion brilliance makes it, it's a semi-permanent color. So first of all, I like to say I wanted to bleach my hair. Originally, I wanted a plum. I went from plum to that not right, to blonde, to that not right, to blue. So I'm blue. But it's been 6 weeks today since I got my hair cut. I did get a lineup with my son. But it's been 6 weeks. That much hair. I don't ever comb it, so I know I should, but I don't. I'm gonna try and get into that habit of combing. Walmart. So even though I've gotten a haircut 6 weeks ago, if I didn't color my hair, then I would have gotten myself a more firm medium brush, because when you have more hair, the bristles in the brush has to get through the hairs, okay? And I found that when you color your hair, the darker colors on the spectrum, the darker colors of the spectrum adds to your hair to achieve the color. So therefore it's more soft, holds more moisture, and it reflects light in a way that it looks healthier. But my point is, I did bleach first. So my hair was blonde. The lighter your hair color, it straightens your curl pattern. Okay? Lighter colors straighten your curl pattern. So therefore, since I've colored and straightened my curl pattern, now softer bristles still feel better to me, like a shorter cut, if that makes sense, just because my curl pattern is straighter. So I have a medium hard brush, but I can't use it because I feel like I'm doing more damage than good. And luckily, even though I got this color on accident, it's a deep blue. So my hair is more soft and less brittle feeling and crunchy feeling from the blonde. But yeah, so medium soft it is. And I got this from Walmart, and it has the soft side and the medium side. So the soft side is the side that I use as soon as I take my do-rag off, and right before I put my do-rag on at night. And at night, sometimes I do the plastic bag method I use my shower cap for the plastic bag method to smooth my hair down. But, yeah. Semi-permanents also come out darker. Permanent colors brighten. They come out brighter. So even though I had bleach on my hair and I put blue on it, it still came out deep blue because it's a semi-permanent, versus my thinking it was going to be brighter blue because my hair was light from blonde. So clearly that's not the case. And if you're blonde and short like this and choose to brush your hair continuously, I advise you to invest in a hair mask, great conditioners, and tender loving care. Tender loving care. Okay, so I felt some kind of way about the fact that I put my hair through that. Okay, and it might be weird, but that's fine. I'm gonna share my weirdness anyway. But I've noticed that I've had the need to show my hair more tender love and care. Meaning, even though my nails, oh, you can't see it, my nails are blue. Like, all around here be blue from brushing and pushing it for. Yes, I continuously have to wipe around here throughout the day. I haven't done my first wash with this blue yet. So hopefully every time I wash it, it'll bleed a little more and more into the sink, so that way it doesn't bleed as much on me. But tender love and care. Okay, I notice and feel better inside while I hold my head while I brush. Blind brushing is brushing while not using a hand mirror. Okay, blind brushing is done probably in front of the TV, in front of the computer, not in the car because you have the visor. I do not. Yeah, but blind brushing, when you hold your head and you have your fingers in the more so the crown of your head, you're more able to feel which direction to brush versus blind brushing and assuming what like this right here, it doesn't feel right for whatever reason. It doesn't feel, I feel like my hairs, I don't know. But when I hold my head, I feel like I have more control over my brushing. And the back is more so straighter now from all my coloring. But around here in the front, it's not that much reverted, I guess. But back here is pretty straight. And I'm not gonna go get my hair cut yet because it doesn't feel thick enough. Like, I still want to let my hair fill in a little more. Yeah, I do. And I think that is very much so possible. Maybe 2 more weeks, just because I keep it tied down. Okay, with the fact that my hair is growing and it's been so long, if I don't tie my hair down when I sleep, then it's worse than it was when I sleep without my do-rag and I try to sleep cute because I can feel myself with my hair not tied up. But now it doesn't work so much. And I found that since my hair has grown, while I'm brushing, I can see hairs standing, sort of, kind of. Before, when my hair was shorter, I could brush and feel like it's flatter. I'm brushing downward, so my hair would lay and wave. Now when I brush, I feel like I kind of like push the bristles, kind of like puff up my hair, if that makes sense. It's like like a mini little tiny itty witty bitty fro under here. And while I brush, I feel like I could see the hair is coming up. It doesn't lay down as easily. I wish I could. I guess that's a way of seeing what I'm saying. So, tying my hair down is more so important now because I want it to lay down. And actually, after every time I brush my hair, I try to hold it down. My brushwork needs to be held down afterwards, because while I brush, the hairs lift. And that's fine as long as I'm brushing, because I'm still getting the hairs below the top surface. That's fine. But I still have to tie my hair down. And it looks better tied down because of the way it's growing. So yeah, my spandex cap. And that's around the house. That's in the car sometimes. It's getting cooler outside. And I know you don't want to hear this. No, I'm not going to tell you. Yes, I am. Why not? I purchased a wig because initially this blue, I'm not really that comfortable with. Well, I wasn't really that comfortable with. But like I said before, every day is progress. Every day is progress. The more I'm brushing, every day is progress with my confidence when it comes to my hair being this short and now blue. Okay? I'm more of a somewhat conservative person when it comes to my appearance. And blue hair definitely was not in the plan initially. Okay? It was not in the plan initially. Blue didn't come about until after my blonde, I ended up with blue. I thought it was wise. But as soon as I figure out how to insert the pictures in the video, I will show you how very quickly, in a matter of days, I ended up with a few different colors with trying to achieve the correct color. And I still can't get the correct color, but this blue is fine. So yes, 6 weeks of no haircut, which is wolfing. Keep it tied down, and regardless of how much hair you have on your head, I've noticed since I've grown my hair that you really can't, you have to go off what brush feels right according to your hair, okay? Because I have brushes that are probably more suitable for the amount of hair that I have, but it just doesn't feel right. And I think that it's because I've straightened my curl pattern. So now it's my curl pattern is different regardless of the amount of hair on my head. The more harder bristles that I have that should be more suitable for my hair right now is not. And that's okay that I'm still using my medium soft brush. It's you kind of have to be your own hair whisperer in a way when it comes to the brushes and the brushing. Back to my tender loving care. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. My hands on my head, whether it's feeling on my head, even though I bleed blue, holding my head while I brush, tender loving care. My head needs TLC from the amount of damage that I have done, okay? And I know that it might look strange to those that might be watching me, and I'm not sure, while out and about, while brushing or whatever. Even while my do-rag is on, it feels so good to rub my head in some way, shape, or form with my do-rag on. It feels so good. But yeah, hold your head while brushing if you're blind brushing without a mirror. It helps. And that way you can feel where your crown is and which way the hairs go without your mirror. I don't suggest it at all times, but I suggest it when necessary. My hair is blue. Oh. And it's like I murdered a Smurf. My hands are always blue. Around here is blue. I had to get that with conditioner. I wet the rag and put conditioner on the rag, a little bit of conditioner on the rag, and wipe around, and it does come right off. Well, I'm wolfing. No haircut in 6 weeks. Keep it tied down. Choose your brush. Progress through your brushes. Maybe accumulate some. Maybe when you go to the store, instead of getting one, get two. One that feels right on your head, for your head, and one that you feel might be more suitable for your hair a few weeks down the line. Or, I would accumulate them, because the fact that I have more brushes to choose from sometimes is really on a daily basis with which brush feels right, even though I'm using this brush right now, I still keep another a palm brush without a handle that's the bristles are more, see how these bristles, damn, you can't see it. See how these bristles are kind of spaced apart? They're spaced apart where you can see the brush underneath. That it's more spaced in there. My palm brush, it's not spacey on the inside. It seems like it's more, the bristles are more bunched together, okay, to where it's the brush is more dense of bristles, okay. But when I brush with that brush, by them being closer together, it seems like it kind of smooths over the top versus going through my head, through my hair. And I use that brush when I noticed my hair sticking up after my medium soft brush, if I don't use the soft brush. So what I'm trying to say is, after a brush session, sometimes while my hair is standing, I'll use the soft side to lay it down, okay? But other times, there are times that I would use that more dense bristle brush where the bristles just kind of swipe over the top of my head, but the bristles aren't as soft. It's still a medium brush, but the density of the bristles doesn't really penetrate through the inside. It doesn't penetrate through my strands. It kind of like swipes over the top in a way, okay? And I like that. And the fact that it doesn't have a handle, I have more control over my brushing directions, or angles, I should say. And it really is an angle situation, because if you brush in a different direction in a specific section than you usually do, you can actually feel the hairs start to go in a direction that you usually don't brush, and those cause forks. Now, I don't have that many waves going on to be talking about some forks, but scientifically, I see how the hairs being brushed in different directions in the same spot can cause a fork. And I'm really not much so worried about that by the fact that I brush and straight out in every direction. But on this side, I do tend to I'm right hand, so my left hand is my weak hand, and when I brush over here, I do feel kind of lightweight, slow, or retarded. So what I do is with this side, I'll start instead of okay, here I go. Okay, here I go. So here, straight down the side, okay? So instead of working my way to the back from the side like this, I don't. I will do my side, and then I'll come straight to the back, because I know the back is straight down. Straight down. So I'll make my way over to the left and around, versus being on the left and going toward the back. It just feels like I'm brushing retarded. Even though I might not be, I'm more comfortable with that. And I'm fine with that. Now on this side, I can go from the side to the back comfortably. This side, I'll have to have my hand on my head. So yeah. And it feels so good. It feels so good. That's how I ended up a brushaholic. So though you brush babes that even if it's guys watching, that's fine. But you brush babes that have become addicted to brushing, it's fine. If you feel some kind of way brushing in public, then don't. Some occasions you will feel more comfortable depending on who's in the room or whatever, but I keep my brush with me. And if I'm comfortable with brushing, I will. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I've more so become addicted to brushing because of the way my hair feels while brushing. Now I'm bleeding, see? The way my hair feels while brushing. And when I initially cut my TWA down to basically my scalp almost, it felt spiky when I touched my head. So I ended up brushing to smooth the hairs. And then I'm like, I'm hooked. It just feels good to brush my head. So I advise, if you like the look of brush waves, I advise you to try and get in the habit of brushing to the point where you don't feel right not brushing. I brush while on the computer. Sometimes I'll be doing things that I notice I have a free hand or two, and I brush. And even though I've colored my hair, my progress is somewhat pointless in the back, but that's more brushing that I have to do, and I don't mind. And it's not so much that I'm brushing for a style. I'm not brushing, it's not like I brush to achieve. While I'm brushing, I don't make brushing a chore. I don't brush and think like, oh, I gotta brush because I gotta get these waves, or no. Most things in life that has to be done, whether you like it or not, you have to adjust your perception of it to your liking. So that way it's not a chore. And I've made brushing a habit because I made brushing a habit because I adjusted the way I thought about brushing. Initially, since I brushed, it was for my hair to lay down, okay? But as my hair started to grow, and the more that I brushed, I noticed that I was waving my hair up. And I did notice that I do want to tie it down because I'm not wearing it curly. I'm not wearing it curly. So while I'm all the brushing that I did throughout that day, I do want to lay it down because it kept my hair from being spiky. And then when I started noticing my waves, I'm like, oh, I think I might have something here. And now it's a habit. So I suggest adjust the way you think of brushing so it's not a chore. Make sure you tie it down. Make sure that you comb your hair. I'm gonna start, and I will come back and tell you what I've noticed from the 6 weeks of not brushing to the difference that I notice when I brush. So I will start to brush because I figure the more hair that I have and the more brushing that I do, my strands might overlap. But I don't want that. I'm thinking in my mind that it makes more sense to comb the hairs, separate the hairs before brushing, so that way while I brush, the hairs will be as they should instead of kind of somewhat bunched on top of each other. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I get what I'm saying. I need to start brushing basically, and start combing. And I really don't believe in dry combing or brushing. So I will, in the mornings, when I take my do-rag off, I will probably put olive oil on my hair. Uh-oh, my hair is blue. Olive oil is green. Okay, I'm going to put olive oil in my hair and comb through first. Okay? And those mornings that I feel dry, I will do my warm rag on my head and then comb through. Yes. And if you have coarse hair, I have fine hair. So warm water is my best friend for my hair in the taming aspect. But if you have more coarse hair or curly hair, then I suggest a cool rag. Okay. So I'm going to start brushing. I'm going to start combing. And I suggest you make brushing a positive habit. And I plan on keeping brushing my positive habit. Keep my hair tied down. Because actually, sometimes when I take my rag off, my hair really looks so much better that I lightweight be scared to brush because I know that it's not going to, it's going to start to lift. So what I will do is if those times, like if I have an appointment and I drive with my do-rag on, then when I get there, I'll use my soft bristle brush and brush versus my medium. Okay, so I don't want to talk too much because I don't want to run y'all off. So, 6 weeks worth of no haircut. Look, heck, I gotta go through the comb. Okay, I wonder if I would have. No, my hair didn't fall out when I was coloring it. I was gonna say, I wonder if my little fro, when I stand it up, would I have more hair on my head if I didn't probably fry my hair. But I don't think that has anything to do with it, because I didn't have no hair in the comb or in the towel or nothing like that when I was coloring. All right, so see you guys later. 6 weeks. Now, and I know I keep saying that, but the time really flew. Like when I first got my hair cut, and I'm like, so now I got a short cut, and I'm gonna have to keep up with it like males do. But in all actuality, by my choosing to brush and lay my hair down, the weeks flew. It's been a month and 2 weeks since I got my cut, and it really does not feel like it. And that's a good thing. And I'm just now getting my lineup for real. And it's not perfect, but it'll roll back. Just because I'm woofing, I don't want to look like a woof. So yes, tender loving care on your head, like a plant that will grow. And bye you guys. Oh, and ask me whatever you want to ask me. Tell me whatever you want to tell me. Okay? Because that's kind of what I'm here for. I'm here to share, because I like to share information, my perspective on things. But also you share, because I know when I watch YouTube for whatever reason, whether it's how to do something or something, 9 times out of 10 I do have something to say or ask or let them know, or give them their praise or whatever. Even if I hit the like button, it's kind of like I acknowledge I was here some kind of way. So yeah, say something to me. Happy Thursday. Later.